Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into today's video. It's about 30 degrees out. We're going to do a cold start here on my new Holland LS140 skid steer. We'll walk around it, we'll go over the different features. I've had this about 5 or 6 years. We bought it from the original owner. It's got about 770 hours, give or take, on it, which is not many. I think it's a 2000 or a 2001 model, so it is about 20 years old. A new one like this is probably going to run you between $50,000 and $60,000. I paid $7,000 for it back then, 5 years ago, so we made out pretty well. We'll go over a couple features here. It's about 4,400 pounds, obviously tired. The tires are worn down, but in my opinion, I like it a little bit more worn down for when you're driving over grass and yards and stuff, so it doesn't put ruts in it. It has a lifting capacity of about 1,300 pounds, which I have the pallet fork attachments for it, which I can move pallets of pavers, retaining wall block, and it does not lift the full pallet of pavers, which we found out. So you have to remove about, I'd say 30% of the pallet, which it beats moving the 100% of the pallet by hand. So I can move roughly 70% with the machine, 30% with a wheelbarrow, or just set it up on another new pallet to be able to move it that way. That's pretty much it. It's a 3-cylinder diesel, 30 horsepower engine. Run the glow plugs, it starts right up in the cold, and a very reliable machine. So we'll take you around it. It's outside. The side has plexiglass on it to protect the side. The front does not have a door on it. Some options you can have a door, you can add a door on, but for this it's no front door. I'll just tarp it if it's going to rain or snow. Your standard, I don't know, maybe that's a 5-foot bucket, 4-foot bucket, whatever. That one has no teeth, but we have a little teeth attachment we can put on it. But if you're going to be digging, I just use the excavator to dig. This is perfect. It's scraped right down to the road if you don't mulch your stone or whatever. Decals are a little faded. LS140. Could use tires, but these tires are, I like them a little bit more worn down for when you're driving on grass. It doesn't put ruts in the ground. We are going to do a cold start on this also. It's been sitting there for about 3 or 4 days. We will check out the back here. Here's your radiator, your air filter, your fuel filter, your hydraulic filter, and your radiator overflow bottle. And then the top flips up if it's not frozen. It's a bit frozen here. We can flip it up real quick. Here's access to the engine. We have your hydraulic oil filler, engine oil dipstick. And you can see the reservoir for the hydraulic from the side. These little side panels come off. They got little notches. The battery's way down in there. We replaced that last year, but that's easily accessible from the side. Your alternator, your belts, your glow plugs, etc., etc. Very, very plain, simple. There's another fuel filter down there for the diesel. Your fuses are back here. Not much maintenance that really has to be done on that other than your fluids, just like anything else. But you get your grease points, etc., etc. Lights, it's got blinkers for nighttime if you're driving, say doing snow. Headlights, tail lights. These are counterweights, which I tried to add more weights to it to pick up a little bit more block, but it was not really worth it. Didn't really work that well. But like I said, this will move 2 double wheelbarrows worth of mulch, dirt, etc. Whatever you can fit in here, it will lift it up in terms of stone supply or dirt or whatever. Here's where you can hook in attachments. I have never used this, so I don't know if it works, but it's there. Your seat, the seat belt. It's got foot controls for the arms and the bucket, and then regular hand controls for the wheels, just like a 0-turn mower. Very, very, very simple to drive. I'm going to set the camera up over here, and I will do a cold start, and then we'll let it warm up for a couple minutes, and then we'll take you for a ride down the road. Pretty good considering, like I said, it's been sitting for about 3 or 4 days. We just had an ice storm, and it was outside during the ice storm. It was about 15 to 20 degrees, but it starts right up. No need to plug it in. When we first bought it, I replaced the glow plugs because we had to plug it in order for it to start in the cold, or plug it in the garage, or like leave it in the garage overnight. But it's nice not to have to run extension cords. Once again, in here, we'll show you the dash display up top here. Here's your throttle and emergency brake. Nice small machine. You can look up the specs on Google. LS140 for width, length, if anyone's interested in buying a model like this to see if it fits your needs. The pros of it are it's smaller, so it'll fit through gates. It will move mulch, topsoil, stone. The cons, it's not the biggest machine, so you can't move full pallets of block or stone. But it does every single thing that I need it to do, and I can pull it with any pickup truck I want. While this is warming up, I'll show you my 1999 F250 with the 7.3 diesel. It's a crew cab short bed. Put a 4-inch lift kit on it with 35-inch wheels. Believe it or not, it's from Texas, so virtually zero rust. I've had this for about 5 years, so it's been up in New Jersey for those 5 years. It's got a little bit of bubbling starting on the bumper, but it's a very, very clean truck. 425,000 miles. I have to replace every single thing on this truck to get it to where it is right now. I put a brand new engine in it last year, transmission, wheels, etc. But this can be another video. Leave your comments below if you'd like to see it in another video. If it interests you, I can go over everything I did to it and take it for a drive and show it in another video. But we'll go back to this. I'll set the camera up, we'll back it out of the spot and take it for a little ride down the road. Thing about skid loaders is change the front 2 tires. All you have to do is press down with the bucket. You can raise the front 2 wheels. You can also raise the 2 back ones. I've wedged blocks or whatever under the back and then push. You can get all 4 tires up off the ground. But as you can see me driving it, it's very easy to get used to if you've never driven one of these. Most home centers like Home Depot, I know all the ones around me in the Northeast here will rent these to you. They rent mini excavators. They'll rent you pretty much anything you need. It comes with its own trailer. As long as your truck is approved by them to tow it, they will rent it to you. Now, but let's jump in, we'll take it for a little ride and we'll conclude the video. We got the emergency brake right here. Release it, throttle, foot, so the left arm, I'd like to call it left heel. We'll pick the arms up. Left toe, we'll put the arms down. Right heel, we'll curl the bucket up, and then right toe down, we'll dump the bucket. But standard 0-turn controls, you push both levers forward, backwards, left, right. 789 hours on it. We got a fuel tank of fuel. That means the parking brake is on. You got your lights and your hazards and your key. That's pretty much it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And stay tuned for more videos on more equipment, and we'll be getting back to work in a couple weeks here once the snow is gone. So there'll be a lot of videos coming on spring cleanups, pavers, mulch, etc. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching.